I got to say this, and I'm just going to be as plain as possible. Just because you were a whoremonger, a liar, a manipulator, a thief, a greedy, hungry for money type of man or woman, that has nothing to do with who you are. That do not define you. It defines you physically, because this physical realm only goes by the things you do on earth. They don't see that it's evil behind or brokenness that allow evil in. And you hear a lot of people say, well, my pastor said that this was going to come to pass, or my pastor said that this going to come to pass, or a prophet told me this 30 years ago, or old great such and such said this and written this in a book. Let me tell you something. Everything that's coming to pass was already written before we even existed. As Solomon said, King Solomon said in Ecclesiastes, there's nothing new under the sun. The Almighty already knew all of this was going to come to pass. But being as though that this world is nothing but idols. It's a lot of idolatry on this earth, looking up to man instead of looking up to the Almighty. They will use terms of this person said this 30 years ago. Let me tell you, we move by spirit. We do not move by flesh. Flesh only moves because of the spirit in the body. So whenever you feel like you think somebody else came up with this great big old idea, or somebody came into your life to help you or help you overcome your damaging ways or help you fix your wicked ways, no, they did not. No man, no woman can fix anybody, and especially physically, because a person is running astray, or a person is out of order, or their life is unbalanced. Their life is unbalanced for a reason. Those people are on a journey that is going to be used for their destiny. But see, being still a lot of people were taught that help other people out physically, that do not have anything to do with it spiritually. The Almighty already know what you're going to go through before you got here on earth. The Almighty already know what he about to put you through when you got here on earth, because many chosen ones made a covenant, and many chosen ones came up very rough in homes, neglect, abandonment, rejection, drinking, addictions, lies, abuse, sexual abuse. And that was part of our journey for our destiny. It was never meant for the society to point fingers at us like we were less than because we were poor. We didn't have a stable home. Just because you had a stable home, or just because you had parents, or just because you had grandparents, or just because y'all can engage or have celebrations or come together, in celebrations like holidays, birthdays, all of those things that the world celebrate. That didn't have anything to do with because we didn't have it, we was less than. We didn't have it because the Almighty is about to make us greater than. To show the world that what y'all thought was great was actually gross. I'm just sorry to say it that way. Because there was no strength behind those celebrations. But there was strength behind the struggles. Blessings.